Cafeteria dining will send you right back to the school lunchroom, minus the adolescent drama. If you're hungering for counter service, steam tables, and pre-prepped comfort food within the 50 states, here's a handy best-of primer. The best sandwich in LA has been tantalizing Californians' taste buds since 1908. It's said that the original owner, Philippe Mathieu, invented the legendary French dip sandwich by mistake when he dropped a French roll into a pan of hot meat juice. The happy accident occurred in 1918 and made Philippe the original, the most famous cafeteria in Los Angeles.
My grandfather said Philippe's, and I say Felipe's, but it's Philippe's.
Breakfast is served daily, as is a homemade soup special. Meat carvers at the long counter serve tasty meals, whether it be a French dip with a leg of lamb or a Caesar salad and wine. Cleburne Cafeteria in Houston, Texas is a big space brimming with history. Established in 1941, it was later run by a Greek immigrant named Nick Michaelis and his wife Pat. The couple used to live above the cafeteria and treated employees and patrons like family.
Working in the cafeteria became a family tradition.
Regulars come for the country-style entrees and hand-selected seafood that's cut in-house. Despite twice being destroyed by fires, Cleburne's remains a family-oriented cafeteria and a cherished part of Houston's history. Unassuming but wholly authentic, Orlando, Florida's Café Pinar serves generous portions of Cuban food at fair prices. Awesome breakfast and lunch choices like pollo asado, empanadas, and of course a Cuban sandwich are featured, plus several varieties of rice and beans. Oh, and they assure on Facebook that they make the best Cuban coffee in town. In New York City, where you can eat pretty much anything, day or night, it may not have occurred to you to head up to City Island in the Bronx, but we suggest you do. That's where you find Johnny's Reef, a seasonal cafeteria serving top-notch fried and steamed seafood. The best part of Johnny's Reef is definitely the sizable outdoor patio, where you can enjoy a frozen piña colada and a seafood platter waterside on the Long Island Sound. Authentic Eastern European delights served in a simple setting are what Bethlehem, Pennsylvania's BlackForest Deli and Catering has become famous for. Owners Mama and her daughter Vika bring the flavors of their home city of Kiev to the 18-seat communal space. Pierogies stuffed with your choice of blueberry, farmer's cheese, cabbage, and more. Borscht, blinis, and rasolnik, which is pickle soup, and yes, you should try it. BlackForest also hosts exclusive 5-course Kiev dinners, a family-style affair eaten at a long table in the dining area.
Blue-collar, white-collar workers all sitting together in the same spot here for a good meal at a reasonable price.
Chicago's Valois has been feeding Illinois locals, students, and tourists for over a century. Opened in 1921 by William Valois, the focus here has always been satisfying meals and fast, consistent service at low prices. Diners line up at the counter, trays in hand for classic breakfast plates like sausage links, eggs, and potatoes, or lunch staples, such as the hamburger steak with onions. And it's a regular haunt of the Obamas. Mehlman's Cafeteria serves wholesome country fare to the small city of St. Clairsville, Ohio, where it's reached near landmark status. The look is old school and the low prices also harken back to an earlier time. Mehlman Cafeteria makes no bones about serving classics, including coleslaw and tapioca pudding on the steam table line. Seeing as the very idea of cafeterias is retro, it's not surprising how many have been around for a long time. Matthews Cafeteria in the historic district of Tucker, Georgia is a prime example. Matthews has been serving great Southern food since 1955. True, much of Southern food is of the comfort variety, but Matthews Cafeteria takes it further.
Those mashed potatoes, they're real, cut from a potato.
Fill your tray with such delicacies as salmon chicken pot pie and various casseroles and meatloafs. Yes, restaurants still have them. Open since 1937, K&W Cafeteria has been bringing the vintage vibes to North Carolina. Baked spaghetti and beef liver are served here, but it's modernized in all the right ways. If you're not keen on waiting in a lunch line, you can order online and pick it up. There are 8 K&W locations in North Carolina and 1 in Roanoke, Virginia as well. The legendary Zenders of Frankenmuth, Michigan has a secret in the basement, Z Chef's Cafe. It's the same quality food served in the dining room upstairs, accompanied by the same friendly service, but Z Chef's Cafe sets itself apart with a cafeteria setup and guest favorites like the seasonal fish fry buffet. If you don't require the traditional vibe of the main dining room but love old world dishes, head downstairs and have a meal in a more informal setting for half the price. Cafeteria Modern Eatery is a kosher dairy restaurant with a sophisticated cafeteria layout in Lakewood, New Jersey. The stylish dining room is a great place to enjoy a meal, whether it be a straightforward breakfast of eggs Benedict and potato hash, or a sushi-grade poke bowl. Prices are steeper here than at other cafeterias, but you'll get plenty of creativity for your money. Dessert picks include an oven-fired s'mores pizza. Sometimes you just want a really straightforward, good club sandwich or a quick meal minus all that processed food. Cafe Right Angle in Fairfax, Virginia is the place to get exactly that. It's a simple, pleasant place with discounted prices and wholesome menu items. One of its biggest selling points is their wildly popular steak and cheese sandwich. Plus, there's a hot food bar, a full breakfast menu, and a catering service. Just be advised that Cafe Right Angle is closed on the weekends. Trendy cafes are everywhere in Seattle, but cafeteria-inspired grub is harder to come by. But if you're looking for a fast-paced, hot-off-the-counter institution in Washington State, head to Uwajimaya Village Food Court, located inside the Uwajimaya grocery store. This place is a treasure trove of unique food stalls serving some seriously delicious Asian delicacies like Japanese takoyaki, Korean barbecue, soba noodles, and baked goods are steps away from each other in a cafeteria-style experience. Located in Phoenix, Arizona's Musical Instrument Museum, Café Allegro is a charming, sophisticated cafeteria with a nice selection of vegetarian options that change daily. On one occasion, you could be treated to Swedish meatballs, the next, Canadian poutine. There's also a daily soup special with yummy picks like cauliflower bisque and carrot ginger. Café Allegro prides itself on using fresh, often local ingredients in all of its dishes. Nashville's Belle Meade Meat and 3, located on the grounds of the Belle Meade Historic Site in Tennessee, is a cafeteria where the meat and sides change every day, but you can always count on getting something good to eat. They frequently serve catfish, pulled pork, or smoked meatloaf, along with sides like black-eyed peas, green beans, and mashed potatoes. It's open 7 days a week from 11 to 3 and has a spacious covered patio. Made from scratch soups, scrumptious breakfasts, fresh salads, and a slew of traditional Greek dishes are ready for the taking at Brothers Restaurant and Deli in Peabody, Massachusetts. Diners can choose from daily made muffins or killer sandwiches like chicken souvlaki or a BLT club. Fresh New England seafood has its own section on the menu, and Greek entrees like moussaka, chicken kebabs, and stuffed grape leaves are packed with flavor.
Our core customer comes in 5 to 7 days a week. We have some customers that come in 2 times a day.
Over 70 years ago, MCL Restaurant and Bakery was opened by Charles Mac McGoy and has been in his family ever since. They serve classic American fare, roast beef, baked fish, and assorted vegetable sides. Monday through Wednesday, up to 2 kids can eat free with the purchase of an adult dine-in meal, or you could stop in on Thursday for a 99-cent slice of pie. There are numerous locations throughout Indiana and Ohio. If you're looking for the killer combo of soul food and Southern hospitality, Ruby's Southern Comfort Kitchen in Bowie, Maryland is your spot. Menu highlights include braised oxtail and banana pudding, but Ruby's has so many enticing options to choose from, it might be a struggle not to overload your plate. Ruby's also bottles its own lemonade and iced tea.
You're struck by history on the walls, a smell of spices rich with culture.
At PeachTree Cafeteria, seafood and hand-carved steak are highlights of a menu that includes cafeteria staples like macaroni and cheese, collard greens, candied yams, scalloped potatoes, and the holy grail of Southern-style comfort food, fried chicken. With 2 locations in Kansas City, Missouri, PeachTree Cafeteria offers specialized menus in each location with distinctive entree options like pork neck bones and smothered chops to accompany the daily sides and desserts. Don't miss out on the peach cobbler or sweet potato pie. Downtown Kitchen in Milwaukee, Wisconsin is a mess hall-style cafeteria with an elegant twist. The cafeteria lines stay orderly due to a multitude of stations that include categories like pizza, salads, bakery, tacos and burritos, and subs. Whether you work in the area and want to make your lunch break count, or you're looking for a flexible dining option with a group of friends, Downtown Kitchen's versatility makes for an easy and satisfying meal. The idea behind nonprofit community dining space Same Cafe, which stands for So All May Eat, is that diners who enter only need to pay what they can, even if that means they eat for free. There's no set menu, but the donation-based cafe aims to feed the people of Denver, Colorado, with healthy, thoughtful dishes like pizzas piled with veggies and hearty soups like 3-bean stew or chicken noodle with avocado.
And we also have choice on our menu, so there's always 2 soups, 2 salads, and 2 pizzas, because choice is one of those privileges that usually comes with money.
Café Latte in St. Paul, Minnesota offers over a dozen sandwich choices, including customizable options, as well as pizzas made to order, and several soups and salads, but save room for dessert. The sweets here are baked daily, and the general consensus is that they're to die for. The vibe is friendly, the ceilings are high, and the community-focused service with an emphasis on sustainable dining makes you feel good for eating there.
When Café Latte opened, St. Paul, the whole city, had just one espresso machine in a restaurant.
S&S Cafeteria has 2 South Carolina locations and 3 in Georgia. S&S has been serving classic Southern cafeteria fare for more than 85 years. They make everything from scratch, including heaping portions of fried and baked chicken, turnip greens, macaroni and cheese, whipped potatoes, and various daily specials. The consistent quality of the food at S&S has stood the test of time for a reason. Where friendly gets downright fresh is the slogan of Ted's Restaurant in Birmingham, Alabama, a farm-to-table cafeteria that's been around since 1973. Ted's has done a great job of modernizing while maintaining the classic cafeteria concept it's known for. Diners line up at the steam table to select a meat and 3, a fresh protein and seasonal veggie combo. Brunch is all about chicken and waffles, omelets, and more, while the lunch line is a scrumptious display of Greek-inspired chicken and burgers. Louisiana's distinctive food is one of the things that brings visitors in droves. And weirdly enough, Baton Rouge residents are heading to the State Police Cafeteria to fill their bellies. The cafeteria is open to the public and offers a large, affordable meal. It's rated at least 4.5 stars on both Google and Yelp. This spot may be a bit hard for tourists and newbies to find, but once you locate it, you'll likely be back. Residents of Lexington, Kentucky are likely aware of Mickler's Florist and Greenhouses, a local institution since 1901. There's also a cool cafeteria-like cafe on the grounds, the Kentucky Native Cafe. Nature lovers can have a meal in the designated urban oasis that churns out an ever-changing lineup of beers, some house-brewed, wines, and a seasonal rotation of dishes.
We're making in-house daily German-style pretzels and German-style beer cheese.
In addition to those, the cafe offers local gelato and, of course, gorgeous surroundings. In 2008, the century-old Delaware Grocery and Ice House in Bend, Oregon was revamped into Jackson's Corner, a market with a cafeteria that cooks up brunch and dinner 7 days a week. Jackson's Corner bakes a variety of breads and sweets, all made with organic flour. The restaurant sources ingredients from local farms, and the most popular items are the artisan pizzas.
It's the same call for orders since 1929.
Hello, chicken fry!
Tulsa, Oklahoma's landmark Nelson's Buffeteria has been in business since 1929. The cafeteria is open Monday through Friday for breakfast and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to just after 2. The menu here is intentionally old-fashioned. You can pile your cafeteria tray with chicken fried chicken and chicken fried steak, or maybe take a gamble on a weekly special. That could be barbecue ribs, meatloaf, or blue plate specials like Salisbury steak. On the 5th floor of One State Street in Hartford, Connecticut, you'll find the One State Street Café, a great spot for cafeteria food. This little gem is open to the public despite being the employee cafeteria for Hartford Steam Boiler Company. Enjoy a rotating menu of house-made global favorites like Mu Bing, Salvadorian chicken, or Polish pączki. Just don't let the name fool you. The entrance to One State Street Café is at 400 Columbus Boulevard. If a cafeteria with a view is what you're after, check out the Summit at Snowbird, the popular ski resort in Salt Lake County, Utah. You'll be treated to unparalleled views of the Rocky Mountains, in addition to food options ranging from simple pizza to vegan meatloaf, lamb, and goulash. Snowbird is a tourist attraction, and the Summit is one of the pricier cafeterias on this list, but the meals here are a quick, comforting option after a day on the slopes. Dining options in Sin City are endless, but if you're in the mood for chicken, why not stop in at Nevada Chicken Cafe in Las Vegas? With its cafeteria-style ambiance and service, Nevada Chicken Cafe has established itself as a comfort food go-to since 2005. There are 2 locations in Las Vegas where nothing on the menu has been frozen, and the rotisserie chicken is as yummy as it gets. Ottumwa, Idaho's Canteen Lunch in the Alley was the inspiration behind the Lanford Lunchbox restaurant on the sitcom Roseanne.
That is loose meat. Those bastards stole our sandwich.
It's even more famous for the deep rectangular steamer behind the horseshoe counter that holds pounds of soft crumbled beef used to make the restaurant's signature loose meat sandwich called a canteen. We're talking a not-so-sloppy Sloppy Joe. Canteen Lunch in the Alley has been around for over 95 years. Back then, canteen sandwiches cost a dime. Don't forget to try the homemade pie. Little Rock, Arkansas's Bobbie D's Southern Cuisine may not have the historical clout that other establishments do, but since opening in 2015, this spot has drawn steady crowds. They come for the comfort food like fried catfish, loaded hamburger steak, chicken wings, collard greens, and smothered Cornish hens. You can also get the full Bobbie D's experience brought to you. The restaurant offers event catering that even includes specialty cakes.
Burnt ends. There's no better place to eat them than Joe's Kansas City Barbecue.
Jeff and Joy Staney turned a winning streak on the barbecue contest circuit into an unlikely cafeteria locale. They set up shop in a Kansas City gas station in 1996. It's one of 3 Joe's barbecue locations, but Kansas City's is the most unique. Visitors flock to the No Frills Eatery for pulled pork sandwiches, flavor-packed sides, and seasonal desserts. Joe's Kansas City Barbecue has had a lot of media recognition over the years. It was even featured on an episode of Travel Channel's Bizarre Foods Delicious Destinations.
This is what you call soul food.
Bully's Restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi offers some of the most authentic soul food you'll find in the Magnolia State. What stands out about Bully's is its humble beginning. In the early 1980s, Tyrone Bully and his father personally laid the bricks that would become the physical structure of the restaurant. Daily meat and threes are cooked in Bully's signature pork broth, and patrons range from musicians laying down tracks at the nearby Malaco Records studio to political bigwigs. In 2016, Bully's Restaurant received a James Beard Award. Albuquerque, New Mexico's La Madeleine French Bakery and Café is a well-regarded cafeteria-type chain where visitors can order all kinds of French-influenced food. There are pastries, cakes, sandwiches. Try the croque monsieur and, of course, the crepes. All-day breakfast is a crowd-pleaser, as is the respectable list of espresso drinks. One visit to La Madeleine French Bakery and Café will have you living La Vie en Rose right in the heart of the American Southwest. Omaha, Nebraska's Aksarben Village advertises that there's always something fun to be had, and Inner Rail Food Hall is part of the entertainment. The former horse racing track is now home to a group of top-tier vendors who serve some of the chicest cafeteria eats you'll find in the States. Yes, there are burgers, pizza, and salads, but sushi, poke, Indian food, and a lobster roll stand have also set up counter-style service in the vast space. Boise, Idaho's Warehouse Food Hall is a cafeteria-style food hall serving artisanal chicken and waffles, savory bao buns, lobster rolls served with potato chips, and pies made from scratch. Each vendor is serious about craft and taste, making this cafeteria feel modern and fun. Treat yourself to a fusion-style pizza and a cocktail before heading to the movies or concert hall, both of which can be found in the warehouse as well. West Virginia's Tamarack Marketplace in Beckley is a cafeteria-style spot where art, wellness, and social happenings coexist. If you visit, have lunch at the cafeteria where sandwich specials and hamburgers are in abundant supply. You can enjoy classics like the Nashville hot chicken sandwich, fried green tomato, or a fusion-inspired twist on an old-school favorite like the catfish Reuben. Chicken pot pie, meatloaf with gravy, and local rainbow trout are some of the lunch and dinner options. Brunch enthusiasts shouldn't snooze on Tamarack, where all-day brunch is a Sunday ritual. There's a certain comfort in hole-in-the-wall eateries that haven't changed in decades, and Honolulu's Masa Cafeteria in Hawaii is a perfect example. These days, it's more of a breakfast and lunch to-go cafeteria with set menu items every weekday. This self-proclaimed local-style cafeteria offers a manageable selection of Hawaiian meals, like sweetbread French toast and multiple iterations of musubi.
And just light up like, wow, dude, what is happening here? What's going on in my mouth?
Salem, New Hampshire's Rice and Beans 603 began as a cafeteria serving Dominican cooking, but in recent times the Caribbean eatery has branched out to include Puerto Rican classics as well, like mofongo, but you can also depend on the fried salami and mangu. New owner Tony Elias, a veteran of the food truck scene, knows a thing or two about Puerto Rican street food. He brings his expertise to Rice and Beans 603 and has managed to maintain a faithful following. When you enter Dutch's Cafeteria in Portland, Maine, you don't feel like you've stepped out of a time machine into a fussy diner with worn stools and fading wallpaper. On the contrary, Dutch's is bright and energetic, doesn't shy away from social media, and embraces fusion and fun with menu highlights like pizza croissants, kale melts, as well as the spanakopita croissant. Homemade biscuits and English muffins are just the start of a strong menu at this cafeteria-style restaurant that boasts easygoing counter service in foodie-centric Portland. Bloody Mary Bar with skee ball? Yes, please. Butte, Montana's Silver Bow Pizza Parlor is a cafeteria-style joint known for its pizzas. but it sells a wide variety of salads and sandwiches too. Everything is available in a quick service format and enjoyed in a rustic dining room. Its setting within the vast natural beauty of Montana gives Silverboat Pizza Parlor some of the best curb appeal of any cafeteria. It's also fun. After your meal, head to the game room for a few rounds of arcade games. If you're looking for a straightforward cafeteria-style eatery in Rhode Island, check out Livy's Pockets, located within Providence's Westminster Arcade Shopping Galleria. Humble yet impactful, this Middle Eastern restaurant has built a solid reputation for its hospitable service, pillowy falafel, and made-to-order wraps. Faithful customers of Livy's Pockets rave about the consistency, variety, and affordability of its food. Angelo's in Wilmington, Delaware is a counter-service eatery that keeps the menu simple and satisfying and makes every guest feel at home. Owner August Mutzi took over his parents' cafeteria-style restaurant, which opened in 1967. Mutzi started cooking there at 17 and told Delaware Online, "We're in it for the friendship." Old-fashioned grub like Monte Cristo sandwiches or bacon and eggs are the kind of affordable, comforting meals served by friendly staff at Angelo's. It's breakfast only at Feel Good Cafe, located inside the Bavarian Inn in Custer, South Dakota. The Black Hills are a place of monumental beauty, and stopping for a bite to eat at Feel Good Cafe is a pleasant addition to your visit. You can choose from oatmeal, frittatas, rows of breakfast sandwiches, breakfast wraps, slices of gluten-free quiche, and a proper espresso menu. Be sure to grab a mini kuchen, South Dakota's official dessert, on the way out. Crosby Self-Serve in Crosby, North Dakota looks like a convenience store and a takeout restaurant had a baby. The family-style tables are a nice touch for anyone wanting to make new friends or a local connection. Crosby Self-Serve has been around for over a decade and is a quick place to grab anything from cheeseburger egg roll or bag of chips to wings or your favorite style of pizza. The Creperie at Pioneer Park in Fairbanks, Alaska is a cafeteria that makes fresh crepes right in front of you. They're made to order with tons of ingredient options to help you achieve the sweet or savory crepe of your dreams. Menu items like the crab melt crepe or Nutella and berries crepe are made with care. The owners believe in arranging the ingredients in attractive patterns so that you know the Creperie's made from scratch crepes are the best. The Burlington area of northern Vermont has a prominent street food scene, but Pioneer Lakeshore Cafe in Colchester, a former food truck that transformed into a cafeteria, is making a name for itself. Mega-sized lobster rolls, hand-cut French fries with varieties like truffle and gravy, and the alpaca burger are just a few things you might want to sample. Line up at the counter to get your food, and there's also beer, wine, cider, and house-made lemonade.
The steak is good and moist, so moist and delicious. You can cut it with a plastic knife and fork, actually.
Pinedale, Wyoming's Pitchfork Fondue is basically a food assembly line with jaw-dropping mountain views. The best cafeterias serve authentic, heartfelt food, and when you attend a Pitchfork Fondue cookout, you'll feel the love in every bite. It's an open-air cafeteria that kicks it cowboy style. To get the full effect, you'll need to get in touch with your inner carnivore. Hunks of wood-fired sirloin steak served on pitchfork tines are arguably the main event, but you can also sample chicken, trout, and vegetable skewers.